If you are a director or a person with significant control listed on a company, you are required to report your home address to Companies House. So what happens if you move home? Stay tuned to find out. Hi there, Nicholas Campion here from First Formations, the UK's leading company formation agent. If you're a company director or person with significant control, also known as PSE, you must tell Companies House when you move house, even if your home address is not used as a company's registered office or as a service address, also known as a director's correspondence address. The open and transparent nature of setting up and running a company in the UK necessitates the directors and PSCs provide certain details to Companies House. This includes residential addresses and ensuring that this information is kept up to date at all times. The reason for doing so is largely down to the UK's work to improve corporate transparency and to combat economic crime. Companies are asked to disclose information about their business activities, as well as details of the individuals who set up, manage and control these businesses. Therefore, when you register a company in the UK, you'll be asked to provide information about every director, shareholder and PSC. All this information, with the exception of the residential addresses, unless used as a registered office or service address, and the day element of dates of birth will be added to the UK's Register of Companies, which is a matter of public record. The register is available online and can be searched by anyone for free using Companies House service. If you are a director or PSC, you'll be required to provide two addresses when setting up your company: your residential address and your service address. You may use the same address for both requirements, but the key thing to note here is the service address will be on the public record. Your home address will be kept on a private register that is not available to the public, unless of course it is used as a service address or the company's registered office. Companies House only provides details of home addresses to credit reference agencies and certain public authorities, such as the police, under very strict circumstances and only if required by law. In exceptional cases, it may be possible to prevent Companies House from disclosing your home address to credit reference agencies. We'll discuss this in a bit more detail shortly. So how do you tell Companies House when you move house? Updating any director and PSC details registered at Companies House is pretty straightforward. The updates themselves will usually be reflected on the public record within approximately 24 hours of notifying Companies House. The quickest and easiest way to tell Companies House when you move house is to use First Formations' free online company manager, which is available to both customers and non-customers. Simply log in or create an account to change your home address online. This service can also be used to update other information about your company. To update a company director's home address, you must complete the form CH01, the Change of Directors Detail form. This should be submitted to Companies House within 14 days of the change taking place. You'll need a few details to hand, namely the company registration number, full company name, the month and year of the director's date of birth, the person's full name, the date of the change of the home address, the new residential address, of course, as well as the new service address if that's applicable. And again, if it's applicable, a declaration that the director is exempt or has applied for exemption from disclosing his or her home address to credit reference agencies. This form can also be used if you need to make changes to a director's name, service address, the country of residence, nationality or business occupation. To change the home address of a person with significant control, you'll need to complete a different form. In this case, the form PSC 04, Change of Details of Individual Person with Significant Control. Again, the best way is to notify Companies House online, and you must submit this form within 28 days of the change of address. The details required here are the company's registration number, the PSC's full name, the month and year of the PSC's date of birth, their new home address, and the new service address, again if that's applicable. The date that the home address changed, and the date these details were changed on the company's own internal register of PSCs. Finally, if relevant, It will also be necessary to declare that the individual PSC is exempt or has applied for exemption from disclosing their home address to credit reference agencies. You can also use this form if you need to change other details relating to an individual PSC, including the country of residence, nationality, and the nature of the PSC's control over the company. If a PSC has applied for protection from having their details disclosed on the public record, you cannot use the PSC04. Instead, you'll need to email secureforms@companieshouse.gov.uk to request the correct form. Now finally, I want to briefly discuss some of the Companies House exemptions and protections regarding your home address. Directors and PSCs can ask Companies House to withhold their home address details from credit reference agencies if you're at risk of intimidation or violence as a result of your company's activities. To qualify for exemption, you'll have to provide supporting evidence such as a police incident number, documentary evidence, for example photos or recordings of a threat or attack, evidence of potential disruption or targeting, or proof you work for a particular organisation such as the Secret Intelligence Service, whose activities place you at risk. To apply for this exemption, you must request an application form by emailing Companies House at dsr@companieshouse.gov.uk. Alternatively, you can request a form by calling 0303 1234500, Monday to Friday, 8:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. A £100 fee will apply when you submit an application. Another protection available concerns directors or PSCs who have already reported their home address on the public record as a service address, and you want to have it removed so that it is no longer publicly visible. To do this, simply download the form SR01 to ask Companies House to remove your home address from the public record. You'll be required to post the completed form to Companies House and include a cheque or postal order of £35. A really important point here is that this form can't be used for removing a home address if it has been used as your registered office. Unfortunately, if you have reported your home address as your registered office, it's not normally possible to have this removed. And there you have it. In today's video, we have looked at what to do if a company director or PSC's home address changes and when to make those changes. We've also looked at what information is reported publicly, as well as some of the exemptions and protections that are available. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments section below. And in the meantime, be sure to subscribe to our channel to get more advice on limited companies, reporting requirements and tax obligations. First Formations are the UK's leading company formation agents. We form limited companies and LLPs from £12.99 in just 3 to 6 working hours and provide our customers with free support for the lifetime of their companies. We're always happy to hear from you and we can't wait to help. Until next time, cheerio.